Hi guys, it's Mrs. Mondin again. Well, today I want to talk to you about something special that's happening this Sunday. Sunday is Mother's Day. It's like a mommy holiday. And we want to do something special with mommy this weekend. We want to do some crafts, some fun things that you and mommy can do together. So today we are going to do two crafts. First, we are going to make a hand print butterfly, and it's made out of paper. So I'm going to show you the items that you need, and then we're going to get started. So we're going to need some paper. I'm going to use colored paper, but if you don't have colored paper, you can use white paper. If you don't have white paper, you can use just regular notebook paper. If you're sisters or if you have any siblings, whatever type of paper you have at home, that's the paper that we're going to use. I'm going to use colored paper, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the white paper just so that it can be very clear and you can see it. You're going to need something to color with. If you have colored pencils, and some of you should have some supplies that you had from school, or crayons. So we're going to use crayons, colored pencils. We're going to need something to draw with. We're going to need some glue and scissors. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to do it with white paper so it'll be very clear so that you can see it as I make it. I'm going to move all of these supplies over just for a minute. What you need to do is trace one of your hands. So you need that piece of paper. I'm going to do it in white, but I'm going to do mine in color, but I want to show you this white paper just so it'll be very clear. So we want a sheet of paper, a regular sheet of paper, 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11. And we're gonna fold it in half. So have someone help you fold your paper in half and get something to write with, a pencil, a pen, or whatever you're writing with, and have someone help you trace your hand. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to turn the camera down. You're not going to see my face, but you're going to hear my voice and you're going to see me do everything on the paper, just so it'll be clear for you. Okay, here we go. So we're going to get started. I'm going to trace my hand. Where you have the folded part, I want you to make sure that you put the thumb, your thumb, by the folded part and kind of tilt your hands. So you need somebody to help you draw, trace your fingers all the way around your pinky, your ring finger, the middle, the tall finger, the pointer finger, and your thumb. We're gonna just keep it close to the fold. And then at the bottom, we want to kind of make this like a circle, because when we cut it, we want it to stay connected, okay? So I'm going to cut this and let you see how it looks. So you start cutting yours, and be careful not to cut the fold. And remember how we use our scissors. Remember, we have that hole where we put our thumbs up, thumb in there, and your two fingers in the other part, and you have your thumbs up when you're cutting. Remember how we cut in class, how important it is. See, those scissors cutting skills are very important. So you're gonna just cut where you were tracing your hand and all your fingers, and you keep cutting until you get this cut out. And if you need some help, you just ask mommy to help you, because remember, we're doing this activity together with mommy for this special mommy holiday, Mother's Day. So you keep cutting until you get, and don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, because we can always fix it. So we are cutting, and I'm going to show you how it should look. And we keep on until we get all the way to the thumb. And you kind of cut. Let me make sure that we did this correctly, because when you open it up, it should look like that. Now those thumbs of mine are a little thick, so I want to cut those down just a little bit. I just didn't want to mess it up, so I want to make sure I had it correct for you. So we can always fix that. These are a little pointed, so you want to make them where they're not so funny looking. Because we want to keep them as best as possible. But this is what it should look like when you're done. But keep that paper that you cut, because we're going to keep those scraps. We're going to use those scraps. So if you have white paper, you can color it and decorate it. After you draw your hand, I want you to just go ahead and decorate it if you're not using colored paper. Like I said, I'm going to use this purple paper. So this is how it came out after I cut it. I want you to see this. So the next thing we're going to do is my scrap paper. We don't want to throw it away, toss it away. So we're going to just move this over for just a little bit. That piece of scrap paper that we have left, we're going to start right here at the corner, and we're going to draw a half moon. I'm going to show you so you can see. So you just start at that corner, and you just kind of come up and make a half moon like that. And then we cut that out. You see, we're still using the scraps, so we don't want to throw it away, because we're going to use that. That's going to be the body of the butterfly. And when you open it up, it should look like this. And what we do is glue it right in the center. I'm going to show you right here, right in the center. And you see that? Let me see, is it better on white paper? Maybe it's better on the white paper that you can see it. We glue it right here. Right there, that's the body. So let's get our glue ready. So we take our glue and we turn it up. We take the cap off and we turn it up, and we'll glue the back side where it has this little line on the back side. So I'm gonna glue the back of mine, and you glue yours as well. And we're gonna put that right down the center of where those two hands come together. That's the body of your butterfly. I'm gonna put it right there. So it should look like this. Can you see that? All right, so that's the body. Now we need to make the head of the butterfly. Get that scrap paper again. We're gonna use all of this paper pretty much. I think I'm gonna make mine a little, I think I'm gonna use yellow paper because I want a contrast so you can see it. So, okay, so I'm gonna make this body yellow as well because I wanna make his head yellow also. Okay, and you can name your butterfly anything you want. I'm gonna use this and put it right here for the body. Make it a little contrast so you can see it. I'm gonna make mine 2 colors. You can make yours 1 color if you want, but I'm gonna make mine 2 colors so that you can see all the different parts of it. Remember that white one I made? So that was just to show you that you can use any paper you have. So I'm gonna make this body, the bottom, and then I'm gonna keep that paper that I use because my butterfly is gonna be purple and yellow. So keep that same piece of paper, and we're gonna use the cap. We're gonna use the cap of our glue, and we're gonna make a head. So you're gonna make 1 circle. I'm gonna trace around and make the head for the butterfly, and then we're going to cut that out. So go ahead and use that white paper that you cut out and cut that out. That's going to be the head. And we're going to, what is on your head? We have 2 eyes, and we're going to give this butterfly 2 eyes and 1 mouth. Okay, so we cut out a circle using our cap so that we can have the butterfly's head. If it doesn't come out perfect, like I said, it's okay. But we're going to put it right there on the center where his head, that's where his head will be. Can you see that? I'm going to put some glue on it, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to put it right. I'll show you exactly where it's going to go. So you put some glue, use your glue on that circle. And we're going to put it right at the top of that body, that little piece, that half moon that we made. That's going to be the top of his body. And that's how it should look. Right there is the top of his head. His head is right there. And so right on his head, we're going to make, I'm going to let you see, I'm going to make 2 eyes. We're going to make 1 eye here and 1 eye there. And we're going to give him a nice little smile. Okay? That's what we're going to do for our butterfly. Give him a nice smile. So, after you make his face, then we're going to make antennas. So we're going to use that same paper again, whatever your contrast is. I think I'm going to use purple this time. I'm going to use a strip of purple paper, and we need 2 small pieces. So this little piece that I have here, and so we need small pieces, very small pieces. So I'm going to show you how small it's going to be. It's going to be very small for his antenna. That's 1. And then I need 1 more. So we need 2 strips, 2 pieces for his antenna. And what we're going to do, and they should be the same size. They can be very small at the top, and then, so what we will do is put it right behind his head. And if we have to, what we will do is open it up just a little bit so we can, we may have to cut this just a little bit. We can always trim it up so it looks nice and fix it if we have to. So Mrs. Bond is going to fix hers just a little bit. Trim it up a little bit so we can have space for his antenna. All right. All these scraps we're just going to put to the side. So we're going to put the antenna right above his head. Right under there. There's 1, and then the other right next to it. So those are his antenna. Let's see, we want to be able to see those. I'm going to trim this a little bit more. And just have your mommies help you trim it up till it looks nice. So we can see those antennae. And you really can't mess this up, so I just want to trim it up a little bit so we can see his antenna. It's not going to be perfect because Mrs. Mondens is not perfect, but where you want to be able to see his antenna. Okay, so that's the antenna. And then we want to cut out, we're going to use that. I'm going to use that yellow paper again. We are going to cut 8 little circles, 8 small circles. So I'm going to fold this paper over and try to make 8 small yellow circles, and I'm going to use the same scraps of paper. These are going to be his little dots on. So I think I have 4 right here. Let's see how many we have. So we have 1, 2, 3. So I think we have 6. We have to make 2 more. We have 6. So we have 4, 5, 6 that we want to put on there. And I'm going to cut 2 more. Let me put this here so you can see it. 2 more. And we can have 8. All right. And make 2 more. So keep using those scissor skills, cutting skills. See how important it is to cut? Because we have to cut some more things. Okay, so now that's 2 more. And then we put some glue and we'll just spread these out on his wings. That's what we will do. We'll spread them out on his wings. And there's 1. And you just put them where you want them. You don't have to put them all in the same place. You could just put them where you want them, where you want his little spots to be. So you can just have someone help you put the glue on there. That's 3. And we can count as well. Make sure we have 8. 4. How many did I say we were going to have? 8. That's right. We're going to have 8. So I'm going to spread them out on his wings. And you do yours as well until we get all 8. These are his spots on his wings. And you can put more if you want. I'm just using 8. But you can put a few more if you want. You can decorate it how you want. But we're going to start with 8, and you can always add more if you want. Okay, here we go. All right, so, and we are using all these scraps of paper, so we're not throwing away anything. And remember, we only use 1 piece of paper. So now we have his antenna. We have his spots. No, guys, this almost looks like a bed, doesn't it? But anyway, that's different. And so then what we were going to do, we gave him, we're going to put a little decoration right here on him. Just have somebody help you to just draw a few little half circles. And they should look like this. And you have your butterfly. And remember, like I said, you can have one if you had paper and you decorated it. You can have a regular one or just white paper, or you can use colored paper. So there we have it. Our hand print butterfly. So that's our first craft. The second craft we will do is make a snail, a paper snail. Remember in our classroom, who's a snail in our classroom? Amy, remember? So Amy is going to be hanging out with her mom this weekend too. And so we're going to make a snail, a paper snail like this. Now this again was made out of white paper, and I'm going to use colored paper. So you can have white paper if you need. I'm going to use blue paper this time, but we're going to make a paper snail. So, and then it rocks. See how that rocks? It rocks. All right, so let's get started. So again, let me show you what you're going to need. We need some paper. You can use whatever paper you have. We need glue again, so we're going to use glue. We need some crayons and scissors and markers or colored pencils. And we need something to draw a large and a small circle. So see, it's whatever you have at home. This is like a small little bowl. So I can put it here, and this is a roll of tape. And I can put it here because you need to make two circles first. So that's the first thing I need you to do, is to make 2 circles. That's the first thing we're going to do. A small and a medium size. So one is bigger than the other. So let's get our pencil where we have to draw with, a pencil or pen, and I'm going to trace 2 circles. So here's 1 and 2. So you need 2 circles. So I want you to be able, so we're going to start with that, 2 circles. And then we are going to cut those circles out. So let's cut the big circle first. And mine is in blue paper. Can you see that? I have 1 small circle and 1 large, medium-sized circle. So I'm going to cut both my circles out. So you cut your circles out. That's what we're going to do first. We're going to cut our circles out. And we can have the same color or different colors. So let me see if I can make it out of this one. I want a different color so you could see it. Just like this one. I had 2 different colors. This one is orange and blue. I'm going to do blue and pink. So I'm going to get another piece of paper and cut a pink circle. So I want 2 different colors so that you can see it. So you can use all the same color, or you can cut a different color. So don't forget, thumbs up for cutting. So we're gonna cut, and I've got my small circle, my medium-sized circle all cut out, and I'm gonna cut my medium-sized circle. All right, all cut out. So the first thing we have to do is fold this in half. So we take it, and it becomes like a half moon. This is a semicircle, a half circle. You should look like that, because that's going to be the part of the body. So we put that to the side, and then we take this small circle, and we are going to, let me see if you can see this. I want you to be able to see this. Put a piece of paper so that you can see it. I am going to start here, and you're going to do a circle. You're going to do like this and go round and round and round till you get all the way to the end. And it should look like that. And then what you're going to do is take your pencil or pen or whatever you're using, and you're going to color like some hair. You're going to put some spiky hair on the circle. I'm going to show you. It's like little lines or squigglies, and it looks like that. I want to see if you can see that. Little squigglies all around until you get to the end of on the outside of the circle where you started from the beginning, at the first part when we made our little squiggly circle all the way around, and we keep on going all the way until we get to the end of that circle that we made the lines all the way around. We keep going and keep going and keep going until we get all the way around to the very end, and that's like hair on this snail. All right, and when we're done, we just do a little squiggly so it can have like little hairs. Okay, when you are done, then you take that big circle that we folded in half, and we're gonna put this small one right on the top of it. As that's the body part of it. So we are going to glue it right on here. So get your glue, and we're going to glue that right on where we have our little squiggly. Okay, so now we're going to take the glue and glue the back of this. Only half of it because it's going to stand up. We only need to glue half of the circle. And we're going to put it right on this, right here. So it should look like that. Put it right there. Now this part that's sticking out a little bit, we're gonna just trim that down till it's even with this pink. The reason I'm doing it in two colors so you can see all the details. So now I am going to use some strips of pink paper, the pink paper, or and we're gonna just cut it in half. That paper that we used, remember we kept all of our scraps. So what we do is we will use this part right here and just fold it over because we could use that. That's gonna be the antenna. So we have antenna again for our snail. And we're going to cut that and have two antennae. So let me open that up. So there we go. We have two strips. And we're going to put those to the side. So far, this is what you should have. Two strips for your antenna. Make them the same size if you can. If somebody continue to practice those cutting skills using your scissors with your thumbs up. So let's make them as even as we can. This mother is going to trim hers. Keep it even as well as much as possible. They're looking a little different sizes, but it's okay. So we have the body. We have like the shell. And remember, you still have some paper left. So use your glue cap again. And we're going to make two circles this time from the glue cap. Two circles. So I'm going to trace that because those are going to be the eyes. So you trace the top of the glue, the cap to make, all right. So, and then we cut those out. We cut those circles out because those are going to be the eyes. So we have two circles and you cut it as best you can. Try to trim it up, make them even. All right, and maybe the best we can do. These are going to be the eyes. So you can either use blue or pink for the antenna, but you can use that paper that you had. I think I'm going to make the eyes pink and make the antenna blue so it can be a contrast so we can see it. So once you get this eye, we're going to make like a bing. I'm going to show you. It's like this, a little. Looks just like this. You're going to draw like a teardrop, like a raindrop or a teardrop, and we're going to color those in. I'm going to color them in, and that's going to be the eyes, and we're going to put those aside, and then we're going to put the antenna after you color it in. If you have white paper, keep the eye, that part black or dark, and then color in whatever color paper that you're using. Okay, so now we have the eyes, and then that piece of paper that you had, I'm going to make mine a different color. My antenna going to be blue. So I'm going to fold this over. Fold it over and make the antenna because I want it to be blue. So I started with pink, but I want to make a contrast so it can be, you could see it a little better with two different colors. All right, there we go. They may be a little bit different sizes, but it's okay. So we can always trim it up and make it equal. Okay, so here we go. So now what we're going to do is put it all together. We're going to put the antenna on the back. We're going to glue that. One can be close to the shell like this. I'll glue it where it looks like that. So I'm going to put some glue on the back. And you put some glue on the back of yours. So right close to the shell is where we're going to put this. One, and we can crisscross it. And then the other, we're going to put it right there. So right about there. And we can trim that up to his body a little bit. Trim his body up a little bit. All right, so that's how the antenna should look. Now the last thing we have to do is what? Put the eyes on, that's right. So now we need to glue the eyes so we could put that right on top as well. And here's one. There's one, and we're going to put the other. All right. Put it on the wrong side, didn't I, guys? That's okay, because we fixed it. All right. There we have it. And there we are done. We have the glue, and we can just do this like this, and it can rock. See that snail? And you see it? Let me see if you can see that. But it should look like this, and it rocks on your paper. Mine look like it's falling down, but it rocks. want you to see how it rocks. See how it rocks? So I have two of them, the mommy and the baby, for Mother's Day this weekend. This is what you can do with your mommies. And we have two snails, and we have our butterfly. So these are two simple crafts you can do with your mommies. Now there's one more thing, one last thing I want you to do. I want you to draw a picture of you and your mommy and give that to your mommy for Mother's Day. Mommies love when their girls and boys give them pictures that they drew. So that's what I want you to do, is to draw a picture of you and your mommy for Mother's Day, and then give it to her on Sunday. She'll be so happy. So this weekend, be very nice to mommy, help mommy out, pick up your toys, do what mommy asks you to do the first time, and then tell mommy these are some of the crafts that you can make with the snail, like we have in our classroom, Amy and her mommy, and then a butterfly. You can make a hand butterfly. So boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed that and that you continue to be safe and help mommy have a very happy Mother's Day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.